The Ghasts, a loathsome breed of semi-intelligent creatures, born from the nightmares that haunt the deepest recesses of the earth and the twisted imagination of the elder gods. They are the foul denizens of the vaults of Zin, an accursed realm beneath the crumbling ruins of Yoth, where the forgotten remnants of pre-human civilizations linger like a festering wound. These abominations are driven by a primal hunger, their every action dictated by a need to consume the living and the dead alike. Their existence is a blasphemy against nature itself, a mockery of the very essence of life, for they are not born, but rather congealed from the fear and darkness that permeate the depths of the world. The Ghasts are creatures of the shadow, eternally cursed to wander the labyrinthine caverns and tunnels, forever hungry, forever hunting. Ghasts are nightmarish to behold, grotesque parodies of humanity twisted by the alien geometry of the underworld. They possess a vaguely humanoid form, and any resemblance to mankind is rendered hideous by their monstrous features. Their skin is the sickly hue of rotting flesh, mottled and slick with the dampness of the earth. They move on sharp, cloven hooves, which click and scrape upon the stone floors of their subterranean lairs, propelling them in a grotesque, hopping motion. Their faces are a ghastly sight, eerily human, but stripped of features that would mark them as anything familiar or comforting. They lack a nose, and their foreheads are a smooth, featureless plain, giving them a disturbing, incomplete appearance. Instead, their faces are dominated by wide, lipless mouths, filled with jagged teeth, ever hungry for flesh. The Ghasts hail from the vaults of Zin, a nightmarish labyrinth nestled within the lightless depths of the Dreamlands, a realm that lies beyond the tenuous veil of sleep and reality. Zin itself is a place of unspeakable dread, located deep beneath the ancient and cyclopean ruins of Yoth, which in turn lies beneath the strange, red-litten world of Keanyan. The vaults of Zin are an unholy maze of tunnels, caverns, and forgotten ruins, where the very air is thick with the scent of decay and the oppressive weight of ancient evil. Here, the Ghasts thrive in darkness, shunning the light with a fear that borders on madness. Sunlight is anathema to them, a deadly poison that saps their strength and sickens them unto death. Thus, they dwell in the eternal gloom, in places where light has never penetrated, crawling through the bowels of the earth in search of sustenance. The vaults of Zin are not the only domain of these creatures. They can be found wherever the sun does not shine, in the underworld labyrinths, the endless cavern networks, and the deep tunnels that honeycomb the earth beneath the Dreamlands. Ghasts are creatures of insatiable hunger and primal instinct, driven by the need to feed on anything that dares to enter their darkened domains. They are skilled hunters, using their knowledge of the underground labyrinths to herd and trap their prey with a cunning born of desperation. Though they are capable of solitary hunting, they often travel in small packs, their strength in numbers allowing them to bring down even the most formidable of foes. Despite their ferocity, Ghasts are not beyond the reach of more cunning beings. There are tales of dark wizards who have managed to bend these creatures to their will, using them as guardians of forbidden knowledge, or as tools in their own unholy rituals. However, such alliances are tenuous at best, for the Ghasts' primitive savagery and latent resentment can lead them to turn on their masters, devouring those who once thought themselves in control. In the Dreamlands, the presence of the Ghasts is a blight, a creeping darkness that seeps into the very fabric of the realm. Their existence warps the delicate balance of the Dreamlands, turning once peaceful subterranean regions into haunted, dangerous places where few dare to tread. The vaults of Zin, once perhaps a repository of ancient knowledge, have become synonymous with terror, their halls echoing with the ghastly coughs and guttural sounds of these loathsome creatures. Their influence extends beyond their physical presence, for the mere knowledge of their existence has a chilling effect on the denizens of the Dreamland. The Ghasts embody the ultimate nightmare of being hunted and consumed by something that should not exist, and their presence serves as a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks just beyond the edge of perception. In the Dreamlands, where thought and reality intertwine, the Ghasts are a living manifestation of the deepest fears of all who walk its paths.